Welcome everyone to this brand new series I've got called Anime Roundup. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over every single anime that I watched for the week, and we're going to just talk about the episodes. Right now I'm watching about 8 different shows, and I'm just going to go down the line starting with Blue Lock. So in this episode we cover the finale of the match between Team W and Team Z, and it was a really good episode. Like, it really was a good episode. I loved how they actually blocked a goal. Let's start with that. Like, they did it. They blocked one goal in the entire show. Hell yeah. Let's go, boys. Besides that, I just loved the story that they gave Chigiri on how he used to be just this amazing star, this amazing striker, had some leg issues from not knowing how to run apparently, and all of a sudden he's just like scared for his whole life and he doesn't want to get injured again. And he has to push so hard, he has to see other people around him doing this thing that he loves to finally push him to actually go past his fears and play the game full out, doesn't care if he's gonna get hurt again. And that's so realistic of a take because, I mean, like my sister, for example, she also played soccer when she was a kid. She got a concussion one time and she's playing and she never played it again. So it's not that uncommon of a thing to happen. So it's very relatable in that sense, and it was really cool to see him actually push past his fears. And the scene that they actually did to follow up, where he's just running down the field at like Mach 50, just blitzing past everybody and then makes the goal. Ooh, that's beautiful. Well done. Good job, Blue Lock. Ooh, what time is it? Ooh, looks like it's 8:18. Time to talk about Chainsaw Man. In this episode, they were still stuck inside the apartment complex the entire time, trying to fight this demon that, guess what? They didn't really kill it in the last episode. Wow, I called that instantaneously. I was like, there's no way this is the easiest thing, or there's no way that's the only guy, which in this case it wasn't. It was the only guy, but he wasn't dead yet. I thought it was just funny to see the different reactions of the characters. You got Denji and Power, and they're just like, yeah, I don't really care that we're here. We're just here. We're hanging out. We're chilling. Who cares? And then you've got some of the other characters that are freaking out the entire time. I mean, Kobani just seems unhinged, and she's just like, I'm going to kill Denji because that's what we need to do to get out of here. So come here. Come towards my knife, motherfucker. And he's just like, yeah, no. But in the end, Denji's like, you know what? Whatever. I'm going to Jonah this shit. And he just jumps out of the freaking apartment and pulls the chainsaw. And it's like, next episode, you're going to see some cool shit. So I'm looking forward to that. On to Mob Psycho. Now, of course, this week's episode was a bit of a step back from the previous one with the whole Dimple crazy stuff that happened and the sad ending to that. But this episode was still a good episode. They set up the new arc that they're going to go into where they had Karada. She's like, I'm done with the fuck around club. I'm just going to leave. And then people are like, oh, wait, you were serious about finding a telepath? He's like, yeah, I was serious about finding telepaths. So they have this scheme to try to find telepaths, and it turns out that the person they find was in the club in the first place, and he actually was a telepath, and he actually joined to find other telepaths. So that was some nice irony that they had going on there. And the end of the episode being like, hey, we're gonna go up to the mountain now with Reagan, and we're gonna find some aliens. And it's like, cool. They're probably not gonna find aliens, they're just gonna find some more spirits to exercise, but that's fine. It'll still be a fun experience anyway. So looking forward to that next week. Next up, I got episode 8 of Spy Family. This was a fun episode. It was a little bit better than last week. I remember last week wasn't as good, but it was just funny. They were like, yo, Anya, you gotta do some report on your parents' jobs. And she's like, what job are you talking about? What do you want me to report on? And then she goes up to Yor, and Yor's like, I could kill some people in front of her. Wouldn't that be the greatest experience, daughter? And she's got blood all over her, traumatized. Oh, that was good. That was good. So, of course, Anya's like, I like Lloyd better, so I'm just gonna go to his job, and goes into his, real job as a psychiatrist at the hospital. I'm surprised he had so many people on board because they've never shown on screen him ever really being at this hospital. They show him going away and then just disappearing. So it was cool to see him actually interact with people, and apparently they believe that he works there. So good on them. Whatever, I guess it works. But yeah, they had the fun little thing where Anya finds the secret passage instantaneously, and she sneaks downstairs and makes it seem like the hospital is haunted now. So that was great. And then you end the episode with them being like, hey, my dad hurts people and he is very mean to everybody. And then he has to come in and explain himself. So that was a good little bit. Oh, I lied. It wasn't the end of the episode. You also had the little bit with the poor little Frank trying to just get a girl to love him and to like him. And he goes to this bridge with the flowers and he's just like, someone will show up, right? Right? I swear, guys. Ugh. The show's still delivering. It's still a funny show. I like it. Nextly, we've got Eminence in Shadow. This is definitely the worst show I'm watching this season. It's just a power trip thing, harem. The guy has all these girls following him, and like most harems, they have no explanation as to why they're following him. It's just like, oh yeah, we love you and we're following you and we're gonna fucking fight for you. It's like, but why and how? The only person they've explained with the backstory is Alpha. I think nobody else has had a backstory besides, the main character himself. So it's pretty dumb right now. They had, what, a fencing tournament in this episode where he had to do all of his look how crazy I'm getting beat up things. So he's going flying and he's spinning. I mean, that was kind of entertaining because he kept getting back up. But other than that, yeah, not really anything happened. Oh, right. Sherry decided to, like, have the weirdest, almost most sexual chocolate eating you've ever seen in anime. That was a bit gratuitous. And then, yet again, another girl. Oh, you gave me some chocolate? I love you. It's like, that's not how that works in real life. I don't know why they're pretending that that's the case. So, yeah, not a huge fan of the show. Not a huge fan of the show. Let's move on to a better show. More Than a Married Couple, but not lovers. This episode was just another cutesy, fun episode. They did some trash stuff where he was with his childhood friend and they had this blushing moment. They're like, oh my god, you wouldn't want to share a trash bag with someone other guy, right? Then we get to the main part of the episode where Akari goes to the festival and she's like, yo, can you tie my yukata for me? And he's like, yeah, I guess I can. And, you know, that's some cute little things. They blush. It's cutesy wootsy. They go to the festival, and then, unfortunately, her boy is not able to make it to the festival because he has work. It's like, oh no, he's at work. And then actually gets kind of betrayed, and he's actually just there with his fake wife, and they're just doing grocery shopping is what it looks like. Maybe they're doing other stuff, probably not. But she's just devastated, and it was so sad. She comes home and gets that nice comforting, though, from Jiro, and heartwarming scene, another one where he just gives her a nice embrace, says her name a bunch. This is just a good feel-good show. I'm really enjoying this show. This is definitely my comfort food show for the season. Next, we've got Reincarnated as a Sword. Yes, this show. Actually, a little bit better than last episode. Some more things happened. This is a follow-up to last week's episode where she stole the powers from that noble, and he's no longer able to tell lies anymore, so he brings this blue cat in, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna kill you. I'm the enemy of all black cats. And then Fran goes fucking nuts and just fucking tears him apart. Just stabbing, stab, stab, stab. Oh my god, it was brutal. So, yeah, she's a psychopath. And then Amanda shows up next. The whip girl is the new character, and that was some funny scenes that she had. So she's just like walking around town, doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Oh my god, you're here. Doodle-doodle-doo, outside your window now. That was some stupid comedy. What else? They got some random crystals, got new powers because of course they did. And that was pretty much it. Not a whole lot happened in the episode, but it was still entertaining. And lastly, we got My Hero Academia, where this episode they continued on with the fight against Gigantomachia. They could not beat him, unfortunately, because they suck and they didn't take the opportunity that they could. When they first pinned him down at the very beginning of the show, he had his mouth open for about 30 seconds. They could have thrown these little stupid neurotoxin things into his mouth then, and we would have been all set. But nope, they had to make it a huge deal, spend half the episode on them pretty much failing to open his mouth and then completely missing multiple times. Man, if it's not Deku or Todoroki or Bakugo, nothing happens. These other heroes just kind of suck. All the other people in his class, like, they pretended to be like, yo, these people are going to be kind of helpful in the show, and then they just aren't. They just kind of suck. I mean, I guess Red Riot actually did something. He eventually got into the dude's mouth, but it didn't really matter. All it did is just turn him into super mech mode for somehow, where he had, like, these claws. That was kind of cool. But, you know, they don't do much. What else? Oh, yeah, Aizawa kind of lost his powers, probably, so sucks to be him. I guess we're gonna take the eye out of Aizawa. He's just now Zawa. Oh well. But yeah, that was pretty much everything that I watched this week. Let me know in the comments if you want me to talk about any other shows or your thoughts on the other shows that I talked about here, and I would love to see what you got. Thanks for watching, and make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!